Hello gamers, this is Brain from GameBrain.media. We're going to do a quick series overview and buyer's guide for Assassin's Creed. I just started playing Black Flag and I got the vibe. I definitely think that I will continue to play this game through to the end. I could not get over Origins, Assassin's Creed Origins. I've been trying to play them in chronological order and we're going to talk about all of that, so let's go. Alright, Assassin's Creed overview is chaos. There have been 22 games, or main games with a spin-off, which is, in my opinion, probably DLC. I found this on the internet, right? And I copied and pasted it in here, and I believe that Assassin's Creed, like let's go over to Identity, and then Origins, and then Odyssey, and then Rebellion. Now, Rebellion says it's a spin-off rather than a main title. Oh, maybe a spin-off is just something less than 20 hours? I don't know. That's really weird. But Assassin's Creed 1, if you look at that chronologically, or by the year the game was released, the very first game was released in 2007, and that was just called Assassin's Creed 1, or Assassin's Creed. Then came Assassin's Creed Altair Chronicles. I believe the character in Assassin's Creed, one of them at least, was named Altair. That was a spin-off. So was that maybe like a 3 or 4 or 5 hour DLC? I don't know, and I'm not going to dig that. I'm not going to dig into it. You can. I'm just giving you an overview, right? You can go find stuff out if something trips your trigger here and you get interested. Now, when you go further, Assassin's Creed 2. It's a main title. Underneath that is Bloodlines and Assassin's Creed 2 Discovery. Those are both labeled as spin-offs. Then you get to the Brotherhood and then the Rebel. Okay, but this is chronological release from the year 2007 up until now in 2025. Right, so let's take a quick look at that. Oops. 2025 minus 2007, 18 years worth of games. 18 years! They've put out 23 games and some DLC. There's been a lot more DLC than this, I guarantee you. But in the interest of storytelling or gameplay throughout history, you are advised to begin with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I have played and I rate 10 out of 10. One of my absolute favorite games. I spent 165 hours playing that game. Yeah, it's super fun. Assassin's Creed Origins. I tried that and I got 7 hours into the game and I was like, meh, I don't care. Now, when you get down, when you get down to, oh man, there's my mouse. Can you see it on the recording? I don't know. Assassin's Creed 1 from the year 2007. I was playing the game in 2018. That was the actual origin of the story. The very first person who sat in the DNA chair. I don't know what to call it. The animus. I forgot. Really, dude, this series has so much going for it and so much going against it because Assassin's Creed 2 just sucked. I tried it 4 times. I just couldn't get there, man. Anyway, now that I've tried Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I don't know what tripped my trigger to play this particular game. But it definitely caught my attention for some reason, like it was Devil May Care-ish. So anyway, moving on, if you want a deeper dive into the world of Assassin's Creed, you can find everything and anything and everything you want to know in Wikipedia, or the fandom wiki, or your favorite AI summarizer. Just go to AI and ask them a question. But you can also go to Wikipedia.org and search for Assassin's Creed. Go to fandom.com, search for Assassin's Creed, and you're going to get this jacked up URL. You don't want to try to type all that crap in. Just go search a search engine. Fandom.com, Assassin's Creed, poof. It's going to land you on the main games and DLCs page, and I swear it is substantially longer than the overview I gave you because I only intended to give you an overview, not grave detail, right? All right, so that was our brief overview of Assassin's Creed. Now, let's take a very brief look at my buyer's guide because it's based upon my experience. I originally bought Assassin's Creed 2 because Assassin's Creed 3 was coming out and Assassin's Creed 2 went on sale. I bought the game for $7 and I think Assassin's Creed 1 was like $3 or $4 and I bought that too. So I bought the first two games and I'm like, all right, so version 3 is coming out. I should get up to speed. This game is wildly lauded and applauded and everybody loves it. So I'll jump in. Dude, I played 4 hours. Well, I played an hour and I quit. And I'm like, screw that game. And, a couple months later, I was bored with racing and I needed a story game. And I tried this game again and I lasted an hour and I'm like, screw it. I'm not interested. Just, I don't want to climb on top of buildings and do all the things. So it was really weird, and I didn't care for it. And then, it took like 2 or 3 years, 4 years maybe, 5 years, and I built a new PC. I'm like, oh, look, this game's only a couple of gigabytes. It's a very small game. Let's install this one on the new PC and try it. I tried it again, and after an hour or two, and one or two tries, I gave up. I just was not interested in Assassin's Creed. Ignored it for years afterwards. Then, I don't know, man. I must have been on YouTube and I saw, I think I was probably on Twitch. And I saw somebody streaming the game and I'm like, God damn, that looks cool. I also had purchased the game Rise, Ryse, The Rise of Rome. Basically, it's a Microsoft Windows for games or games for Windows, blah, blah, who cares. It was, I think, originally an Xbox exclusive. Maybe, maybe not. But Ancient Rome captured my interest with that game because it was like the movie Gladiator. It was really, really good. Rise, Ryse, highly recommended. It will tax your PC to this very day. Really, really, just tons and tons of chaos and war and catapults and spears and arrows and shields and man, I'm telling you, Rise, Son of Rome, or Ryse, was just a fantastic game. So when Assassin's Creed Odyssey came along and I saw that Roman vibe, I was like, let's try this. And I actually paid $16 for the game, which was, probably 60% off sale if it was going for $60 or whatever. I ended up putting 164 hours in the game. I completely fell in love with riding my horse and shooting things with bow and arrow. Yep, that's what I did. And I didn't really care about the main story. I just rode around shooting things and doing quests for little people and being a hero of the local community, blah, blah, blah. So it was really fun and I enjoyed the hell out of it. Then I decided, you know what? This Assassin's Creed thing that was good. I liked that a lot. Let me look at this. So I started looking into, the years of release and then the years of actual game lore and game history and where the original game story began and where the assassins came from and where the Templars came from, and that all originated in Odyssey. The next game in the series was Origins. So I jumped into Origins because after I completed Odyssey, I wanted to play more. But man, Origins is not good compared to Odyssey. It's this bland, beige, sand covered, sand dune, and uninteresting characters and uninteresting motivation for me. If you like Egypt and Egyptian history and stuff like that, then that might be the thing for you. But I don't know if I will ever return to that game. I mean, I really want to get the whole story. Now, we're going to cover that later in this video. So, anyway, I've somehow come across Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I got it for 14 bucks. I'm only 3 hours into it so far, but I 100% expect to finish this game. There's some kind of swagger to it. Um, you know, I am a random or a free association connector. If I see if I wake up in the middle of the night and can't fall back asleep, I turn on TV. I go to the Mav TV. It's like Speed Channel back in the day. It's all racing all the time, and I see that, oh crap, the race of the day is GT racing. Well, they run multiple classes in GTs because there just aren't enough cars sometimes, or they're running TAs and TA2s. Uh, and then suddenly, when I get up, I want to go play TAs, or I want to go do GTs. Um, or if I woke up and it was Formula One, I wanna jump in and play Formula One. So, you know, I'm old enough that I'm not the kid who follows the crowd. But when I see something on TV that trips my trigger, it's like, oh yes, I've done this before and it was so much fun. I want to return to having that much fun with something that I've done before and I know is going to be stupidly fun. Or there might be motocross or supercross or MXGP or Australian supercross. Hell, it doesn't matter. Arena cross. Oh man, I want to wake up and go play dirt bike games. So I might have seen a pirate movie, but I don't think so. And suddenly I'm on a thing with Black Flag. Anyway, here we are. I have played Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have a playlist on my website. I was playing it on Steam. I have a playlist on YouTube from Twitch streams of the past. Those are in the 720p and 1080p genre or fidelity or whatever you want to call that resolution. And you can find that at youtube.com/at GameBrain.media. And then just hit that little magnifying glass, search for the word Odyssey. Dude, you know how much trouble I have had spelling Odyssey? I don't know why. I always want to add an extra D and an E. Oddesey. That's how I always want to spell it, but no. That's how you spell it. Odyssey. Okay? Odyssey. Anyway, the video games are extremely long. And, I'm sorry. The videos in this playlist are extremely long. Like the first video here is 2 hours long, and then I play for 4 hours, and then I play for another 4 hours, and then I play for another 3 hours, then I play for another hour, then 2 hours, 2 more hours. Like I said, I was hooked. I loved being in the Assassin's Creed world with Odyssey. They didn't pull you out and stick you in the modern world, and they didn't really interview your descendant who was experiencing a DNA flashback by being plugged into this Anubis tanning bed type device. It was just like, anyway, I was digging it big time, and I have a playlist. And okay, enough of that. Now let's look at two of my favorite websites and see how long it takes most gamers to beat the game. Now these are real people who have contributed their actual playtime and are feeding into the system on how long to beat. And then we'll look at how much the games typically cost. All right, so how long to beat is on the left side of the screen. And you can see at the bottom of that graphic, there are 4 pages of Assassin's Creed stuff here because people have reported it under all the DLC also. So you can figure out how much the DLC is worth. So here's Assassin's Creed Chronicles. The India segment is 5.5 hours. Here's Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, 4 hours. Like really? Those I don't know if that would be considered a DLC or what do they call it up here? A spin-off. So anyway, here we are. There's How Long to Beat. You can go search for Assassin's Creed, howlongtobeat.com. And then if you notice at the top, I've circled in red Assassin's Creed Odyssey, 45 hours for the main story, 85 for the main story plus extra side missions. But if you're a completionist, 144 hours. Well, I've spent 165 hours in there because I was just doinking around. I was just exploring the world, and there's more to see. Dude, once you get in the ship and you start sailing from one island to another, oh my god, it's endless. It's just like crazy. And then you start fast traveling and jumping around and hey man, I never found this trinket. And then you start looking for a trophy, but while you're looking for the trophy, somebody interrupts you and you start doing a side mission for some poor degenerate woman. And next thing you know, I forgot all about the trinket or the trophy or the vase or the bauble that I was chasing after. It's crazy. It's wild. Anyway, so now you connect this red circle, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Okay, look, 45 hours? That's fantastic. Let's go here to, is there any deal? And click, you do a search, Assassin's Creed. Well, here I am, Odyssey. If you go to Odyssey, you're going to see that the game has been on sale for $6. It's currently $8. Okay, that's not a bad deal when you're going to get 45 and a half hours of gameplay. Fuck, what a deal, dude. Buy it. Buy it now. I highly recommend this game. It is way up there on my top 10 list. So, with all that being said, if this wasn't enough to wet your whistle and get you interested, you can go to YouTube and search for every other creator who has ever done it. And it's called Assassin's Creed in Minutes. Right? If you go to Assassin's Creed in 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, you can get more and more. But what you need to be conscious of is this video, 12 years old, 15 years old. This one is 4 years old. So it may include several of the newer games that 15-year-old 3-minute video is not going to tell you about. So I would lean towards sorting this with the filter option up here, right? YouTube has this, click that filter option and choose Assassin's Creed in minutes, and then the filter gives you options in the last year, in the last month, in the last day, week. So, you can go with, I would say, go with within the last year, and you'd be pretty close up to speed with a couple of videos that maybe have been created within the last year and explain the entire Assassin's Creed world to you, which I haven't done here. I've given you an overview, I've given you a smattering, and told you where you can find, like this, where you can find how long each of these individual games take to complete, how long or how much they cost, and how much they've been on sale for in the past, but also going way up here, the order, the play order based upon the time and history that is covered in the game, not necessarily the year that games were released, which are listed here, right? So Assassin's Creed in 2007, the original game actually falls into position 4, chronologically, historically, in the game lore, right? So my plan was, I really wanted to get to Valhalla. And that's why I was jumping into Origins, and I wish it had caught my attention, but it just got, nope, I kind of swore off. I don't like that, and I'm not going to do that game. I would like to do it. Maybe I'll just watch somebody else's video of, like, not a whole playthrough. I just want the highlights, man. But I want to get to and play through Valhalla myself. I'm Norwegian. I am a Viking. I am an alpha, and that appeals to me in a big way. But will I ever return to? Well, okay, I never actually played Assassin's Creed 1. I played Assassin's Creed 2. But you see what I'm saying? Nothing is in order in terms of the titles and the release dates, but chronologically, where the game falls in its historical area is the order shown on this screen. I hope you're picking up what I'm throwing down. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey happened in ancient Rome. Then came Origins, happened in ancient Egypt, but it was more recent than Odyssey. Then Valhalla happened up in Norway or Scandinavia. Then Assassin's Creed 1 happened, I don't know where. Assassin's Creed 2 happened, I don't know where either. Brotherhood, Revelations. I think Revelations was when we got to, no, I don't want to misspeak. Yeah, I don't know. But there are, like, it's a really bizarre vehicle for historical storytelling with sci-fi twist. Okay, go get an overview for the games. Go pick out one that you want. Hit that subscribe button for more content from this channel. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Give it to your friends. Text it to them, man. And leave a positive comment. That keeps me motivated. And until next time, GameBrain is gone.